Hi everyone, happy Friday. We've made it through another week. I don't know, I've lost track of the week. So what is this week? 8, 7? I don't know for sure. Anyways, we made it and we're at the end of the week again. You have one last day of math this week. Next week will be probably the last week of really new material because we are getting to the end. We're almost to the end of May. We're at May 15th already. So it's flying by pretty quickly. So I hope you're all having a great week and you are looking forward to a good weekend. The weather's finally getting a little warmer. I know last week was a little bit chilly. So we're going to continue with systems of equations by elimination. Today, the elimination method is going to take one more step to be able to eliminate. So what we will need to do today, before we do anything else, is we're going to have to multiply an equation by something. Okay, so in order to eliminate, we're going to need to change it a little bit so that we can make those coefficients the same. Okay, so let's look at a couple examples here. So it says solve each system of equations when you must multiply one equation by a common factor and then add or subtract in order to eliminate. So when I look at these, I notice that none of the coefficients are the same like they were yesterday. And that just adds a different component to it, but we can make them the same. Now it doesn't matter if you choose X or Y. I'm going to choose X, so we're going to rewrite this. Okay, I notice that if I multiply this first equation by 2, that now my X coefficients will be the same. So I'm going to multiply by 2, and you have to multiply the entire equation by 2. So it's negative 4x minus 15y. Oh, sorry, notice I made a mistake already. So it's negative 4x, not minus 15y. I have to multiply it by 2. So minus 30y equals, we also have to multiply the negative 11 by 2, equals negative 22. Okay, I'm going to copy the second equation down. So I have negative 4x minus 5y equals 3. Okay, now at that point, I notice that if I subtract these two equations, I can eliminate a variable. Okay, so I'm subtracting. Negative 4 minus negative 4, those get eliminated. Negative 30 minus negative 5, keep change, that is negative 25y. And negative 22 minus 3 is negative 25. Again, as you're working on this, you guys, if you get numbers that aren't going to work out nice, you probably made a mistake. Okay, so then we divide by negative 25 on each side, and we get y equals 1. Okay, now I'm going to use the second equation here, and we're going to substitute y equals 1 into that. So we have negative 4x minus 5 times 1 should equal 3. That's negative 4x minus 5 equals 3, and we're going to solve that. Let's add 5 to both sides. So we get negative 4x equals 8, and divide by negative 4. So x equals negative 2. Be careful with negative and positive signs. So our solution is negative 2, 1, always listing the x value first. Okay, now let's just make sure that works in the first equation. If I put negative 2 in for x and 1 in for y, that is 4 minus 15, and 4 minus 15 is negative 11. So it does work. My equation is correct. Okay, now there's lots of things we could have done. I could have multiplied the second equation by 3 and solved it. and then we would have eliminated the y variable. So I could have multiplied the top equation by -2, so that instead of subtracting here, I could have added. There's a few different ways to do that, but they all will work and get the same answer. Okay, so let's look at another one. In this one, I notice that I have, in front of the x, I have a 7 and a -2. Now I'd have to multiply it by a decimal to make that work, so I really don't want to do that. But on the second one, I have a 12 and a 2. Now that seems to work nice. If I take this second equation and I multiply it by 6. So I'm going to rewrite that. I have to multiply the entire equation by 6. So we have -12x plus 12y equals 6. The top equation, just rewriting it. 7x minus 12y equals -6. Now I notice that this is a -12 and a +12. And if I want to eliminate, I am going to add these equations together to eliminate. So I'm going to add them all together. 7x plus -12x is -5x. These get canceled out. -6 plus 6 is 0. So I can divide by -5. And x equals 0. Okay. Then we go back and we're going to plug in 0 to one of the equations. It does not matter which one. So I'm going to take the second one. -2 times 0 plus 2y equals 6. Well, that's just 0. So you end up with 2y equals 6. Divide by 2. And y equals 3. So our solution is 0, 3. It's the ordered pair 0, 3. Okay, so we have that nice solution, and it should work in the second equation. So let's try it. If x is 0 and y is 3, that's 0. Ooh, that does not work. What did I do wrong? Do you guys see my mistake? Okay, I totally made a mistake and I didn't do it on purpose, but it's a good learning experience. So let's go back. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to fix my mistake because I bet that you guys make the same mistake a lot of times. And obviously I made it. So it didn't work. Okay, here's my mistake. Right here, I forgot to multiply the 6 and the 6 to get 36. So now when I add everything together, I get -5x equals 30. I'm sure some of you caught that. Divide by -5, x equals -6. Okay, so my answer here was wrong because it didn't work. X is -6. Now we need to figure out y. So -2 times -6 plus 2y equals 6. This would be 12 plus 2y equals 6. Okay, and we're going to finish solving that. Subtract 12 from both sides. So we have 2y equals -6 and divide by 2. So y equals -3. All right, now I'm going to really hope that this works. Okay, so if I put -6 in for x and -3 in for y, that's -42 minus a -36. Ooh, and that keep change, that does work. -42 plus 36 is -6. Okay, so you guys, that's why it's so important to go back and check if your answer works in the other equation. If I would have just stopped, I wouldn't have known that my answer was wrong, and it's very easy to make a mistake. So I'm glad that I made that mistake and that I could show you guys how to fix that mistake and find your error. Again, I'll keep reminding you that I will be on Canvas, or I will be on Zoom every day at 10:30 to help you if you need help. I will put an answer check on Canvas so that you can check your answers and get some immediate feedback if yours is not working or you're not sure. reach out to me if you need help for any of this, because I know this is very new material and hopefully it's challenging you a little bit. Once you have all your homework done, have a wonderful weekend, relax, enjoy the weather, get outside. So have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.